Today, you are fighting with Zimbabweans. You are all fighting to be Negroes. You are fighting to work for a white man. You are not fighting for the land. All of you joined forces together against Zimbabweans. What's wrong? No, they are taking our jobs. Why? Because you want to be workers. You don't want to be the owners of strategic sectors of the economy. All you are fighting for is jobs. Who's going to give you these jobs? It's a white man. You are all now fighting to work for a white man. And you are proud to fight to work for a white man. Why should you fight people for jobs? We should fight people for the land. And that we want our land, because with our land, we will not be workers. We will be the owners of the land. And we will produce for ourselves and for all. We're not fighting for the mines. We're not fighting. We never said, hey, Zimbabweans are all over here. They are owning the banks. We South Africans don't own the banks. No one is saying that. Oh, Dudula, what's wrong? They are taking our jobs. And you think you have made a very powerful political statement by saying they are taking jobs. Okay, jobs. Who owns the jobs? It's a white man. You are fighting to work for us. In the EFF, we are not fighting to work for us. That job is a transition towards the ownership of the strategic means of our economy. We do not want to work for the white man. If anything, the white man must work for us, because we are the rightful owners of the land. We must dream big. Any of you here who says that the Zimbabweans are taking jobs from you, you are a small dreamer, and we have no time for small dreamers. We are the big dreamers, and the big dreamers dreams about owning the land, the natural and mineral resources of South Africa and the whole African continent. Because there will never be economic freedom selectively to South Africa alone. That's why Mugabe failed on the land question. Because when he took the land, they ran to South Africa. When they arrived here, we should have also taken the land. When they run to Mozambique, they take the land. Anywhere they go, they must find Africans standing together and saying, no white man is going to own the land here unless under our terms. There can never be an isolated socialism exclusive for a particular country. Even China alone and Cuba, they will not succeed in Venezuela if the world over doesn't come together to collapse this big animal called capitalism. It's so huge, so much that it needs the world to come together to defeat this animal called capitalism. So, you will not do that in society because you don't debate politics and you can't defend the position of the EFF when it comes to foreigners because you don't understand. You have never given yourself time to discuss it amongst yourself. When we were putting the Zulu king, there were Zulus from Zambia. There were Zulus from Zimbabwe. There were Zulus from many other African countries who came to KZN to honor the coronation of the king. Now, all these xenophobic people didn't know that there are actually Zulus in Zambia who left here to Zambia. So, when you look at that in totality, you actually come to realize that we are actually one thing. We are one people. Why are the white people not complaining about Zimbabweans and then instigating us against Zimbabweans? It's because blacks must forever fight amongst themselves. The unity of black people is a threat to white men. That's why I was happy to see the EFF giving message of support in a conference of the PAC. And I was like, this is what we need. That black people who represent Pan-Africanism and progressive left must always embrace each other's existence. And the left of South Africa must come together against these right-wingers who are ruling our country. Without the unity of the left, we will never defeat our enemy, which is white monopoly capital that controls everything that we are using. There is no one here today who didn't wake up and not use a product of Johan Rupert. All of us here, whether you used a toothpaste or a soap or anything, roll on, lotion, Rupert, he owns all of that. How do we have one family owning all the shelves in South Africa? I was very happy with the fighters there in Gauteng when Operation Tutula went to stop people from entering the hospitals. They arrived there and defended our people against Operation Tutula, that no one is going to stop a patient, whether Zimbabwean or Nigerian, we don't care. This person is sick and must be helped, and is sick in our country, and is not going to die in our country. Our country saves lives, does not kill people. How dare do you allow in Limpopo Poppy to go to a sick bed, to a dead bed, and tell a patient the nonsense she was telling a patient? And you still have her going into public places unchallenged by the EFF. Such an MEC who doesn't even see anything wrong with talking to a person who's on a dead bed. The nonsense she was talking. She has taken an oath that they will never take politics to beds, to the sick beds. That's why their office is there. Those patients must be given hope. She's waiting on a bed for a surgery. She says, Poppy says to her, you are wasting my resources here. You are going to be helped here with my resources. A sick woman on a bed being insulted by another woman. The Zimbabwean woman who's sick on a dead bed, she says, I'm grateful. Don't tell me you are grateful. Don't tell me. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You say that to a sick person who's humble. And then she calls herself a doctor. She calls herself a leader who says to the most humble person, A person who can